Well, welcome everyone to another exciting class on FSBO listing, how to win every FSBO listing and make it one of your own. Um, what I'm so excited about this class, because I've been working on this for this past week, is that it involves maybe 5 minutes of your time as a realtor. I've worked on getting you guys a virtual assistant for free. I've gotten you software for free that if you spend 5 minutes looking for a FSBO, I believe you're going to be getting additional buyers and potential listings in the future. That's what makes me so excited for you. And I've got different ways that we're going to approach it today. And it's going to be up to you how you want to approach it. So I want to start off by first saying that this class is being sponsored by Tony Marino, the branch manager at Guild Mortgage in Naperville. Please utilize Tony whenever you're looking for pre-approvals or just looking to discuss loan options for your clients. Before we get into the FSBO, I want to give you some exciting news that you may or may not know what's going on in the mortgage industry, the loan industry. The conforming loan limits for 2024 have gone up to 766,550. That's huge. I mean, I remember when it was 300 and something, and now it's up to 766. So for many of your clients, they're never going to need a jumbo loan. That's the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac max limit. The second thing is that is changed for 2024 is that the loan to purchase price has increased for 2, 3, and 4 units to 95%. So again, if you, as realtors, remember, if somebody's buying a home, typically if they go Fannie Mae, they get 95% of the purchase price for a single family. If they went to a 2-unit, a duplex, they would get 85%. If they went to a 3 or 4-unit, they would get 75%. Now you're going all the way up to 95%, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 units. I think that's great for business for 2024. The other thing is, I don't know if you're following what's going on with the Federal Reserve and with inflation, but the interest rates are expected to decrease in 2024. Depending on who you listen to, the pundits you listen to or read, some are saying as early as March of 2024 they're going to start to come down. I think that's going to start to again create a nice big flood of demand for housing, because again, it's the biggest asset that most people have in their portfolio. With lower interest rates, affordability will start to come back. IDA is still being sought after as one of the means by which people can afford to get into housing. As you recall, IDA goes all the way up to $10,000 in down payment assistance, and all they need is a 640 or better credit score. And they need to make less than something like $139,000. I know a lot of people that make less than that. So again, a lot of your clients are going to qualify for down payment assistance. And here's the last thing. I want you guys to have a great 2024. And this last thing is HomeBot. If you didn't get a chance to listen to the HomeBot class or the replay, because I'm going to send this agenda out to you, the HomeBot replay is at this link, HomeBot Grows a Realtor's Business. First off, it's free from Tony. It gives you the ability to try it out with 50 of your clients. There isn't a system out there. For example, I own 4 different pieces of real estate. Every month, Redfin sends me, what is your home worth at 123 Main Street? What is your home worth at property number 2? What is your home worth at property number 3 and 4? And guess what I do? I click on it, and it tells me the estimated value of your home is X. Well, with rising interest rates, I kind of wanted to know that. That was kind of exciting. But there are other systems that give you a fair market value. But what HomeBot does is it goes into public records. It looks at what the mortgage is. It amortizes the mortgage down, and it says, oh, and by the way, if your fair market value is $350,000, your current loan balance is now $250,000. You have $100,000 worth of equity. That's kind of a cool thing. And then what it does is it gives them 4 different options for their cross-selling for the realtor. What they're doing is they're saying, with option number 1, would you like to upgrade into a dream home? Take some of that equity. Would you like to sell and go into a bigger home? Option number two, would you like to buy a second or vacation home with this equity? Option number three, would you like to buy a investment property, an Airbnb? And last but not least, where would you like to just get a lump sum cash out? It is cross-selling for you guys every single month. 70%, 70% of the people open up these emails. And all you have to do is upload your clients. Get a load of this. And if you don't want to upload your clients, all you have to do is send an Excel worksheet or what they call a CSV file to HomeBot, and HomeBot will upload it for you. And every single month, you're going out to your clients and you're being able to give them fair market value, equity, what to do with the equity, cross-selling you. And all they're doing is, if they click on a link that they want to do something, it goes right to you saying, yes, Melinda, I would like to buy a second home. Yes, I'd like to buy an investment property. Or no, I'd like to upgrade into a bigger home. I'm telling you guys, if you just try it, the first 25 clients are free. Doesn't cost you a thing. You get full access to the whole thing. If it's working for your first 25 clients, then you can go up to 500 clients for $25 a month. Please look into it. Get the invite. Contact Tony. If you haven't got a HomeBot account, go get it. Talk to Tony. Email him. Text him. Say, I want a HomeBot account, and get the invite and get started. Okay, so enough about other than the FSBO that we're talking about today. Today we're going to work on how to get more buyers and even listings. And so let's talk about growing your business by marketing to FSBOs in your neighborhood. Think about this. Let's get the mindset. What would your 2024 business be like if you got one FSBO lead per day? Just one. And it took you 5 minutes to do it and get all the marketing material created. One a day means that means 5 in a week. That means 20 in a month. That means 240 leads in a year. I don't know why, as a realtor, you wouldn't do this if it's only going to take you up to 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day to capture that information and get it into your system and work the system. Now, I've got some people that say, Glenn, I could do more than one. I could do 2 a day. That means you'd have up to 480 leads by the end of a year. I'd be super excited about that. So let's take a look at some of the FSBO statistics. What do we know? There's some bad news for the FSBOs out there. Let's take a peek at it. This is from NAR, by the way, National Association of Realtors. FSBOs only account for about 10% of home sales. So that means a lot of them give up. Most of them give up after 3 to 4 weeks of being a FSBO. FSBO methods that they use to market their homes. Well, they talk to friends, relatives, or neighbors. They some put yard signs, but look at this, only 20%. Over the weekend, when I was preparing for this class, I kept looking for these FSBOs to see if they had signs in their front lawn. The ones I picked, none of them had yard signs. 17% only go into social media. 3% go into for sale by owner websites. Only 3% hold open houses. Only 3% go into what I call flat fee multiple listing sites. So there's not a lot of marketing going on with these FSBOs, other than they might have a FSBO sign in their front lawn, maybe. But I mean, a lot of them are going into like Zillow, and they're just relying upon people that search in Zillow to find, oh, this is a for sale by owner of 123 Main Street. A lot of the difficult tasks for FSBO sellers are preparing or fixing up the home. They don't have the benefit of you giving them advice on curb appeal, as well as get the ketchup and mustard bottles off the kitchen counter when you take a picture. It's getting the right price. They don't exactly know. You guys know how to do CMAs. They don't. Understanding, performing the paperwork. That's an art to putting the contract together. Selling within the planned length of time. Again, a big challenge for them, because again, they only have the desire to be a FSBO for about 3 to 4 weeks, and then they realize it's not all that it's cracked up to be. Having enough time to devote to all aspects of the sale. Attracting potential buyers. They are poor marketers, and we're going to talk about that throughout this. And then helping buyers obtain financing. You guys have got a partner in Tony Marino. You're going to be able to help them get the buyers pre-approved. So these are some of the challenges that the FSBOs have, and this is why they give up after 3 to 4 weeks. Going back to our agenda here. So most FSBOs give up after 3 to 4 weeks of trying. With FSBOs, you are not a realtor. You're going to have them sign ultimately what's called a no agency agreement. You're not representing buyers. You're not representing sellers. You know what you are? You are a marketing consultant. You're a marketing consultant for yourself or for a loan officer, such as Tony Marino. I'm going to give you different options, but I'm going to tell you what I think works the best. So again, not a realtor. You're a loan consultant. You're helping the FSBO get what they want. They want more buyers, using your marketing tools. They're looking for the listing booster to help them get a property website, sign writer, property flyers that they can put in a tube in their front lawn. They're going to go, oh my God, I don't have any of this. This is great. And you're going to provide this for me? Sign writer, and like you say, a home flyer brochure in their front lawn. So first things first, let's get a FSBO lead each morning. Let's take 5 minutes of your time. So I'm going to show you how to do that momentarily. So what is your goal? You got about, looks like 3 or 4 goals here. First off, you want to get buyer leads for you and the FSBO. You're going to create a property website. I say you, or you're going to have listing booster created, because you say, well, I'm not that technical, so I'll just take the link out of Zillow and I'll forward it over to Listing Booster's customer service. That's a great idea. And they'll the system creates a text code, and you put on your sign writer in the front lawn. This is what the sign writer looks like. Everybody know what an H-frame is? I'm sure you guys do as realtors. This is corrugated. You go to Home Depot and you get yourself a bunch of H-frames and you stick them up the sides and you stick it in the lawn. It says for sale by owner. Text this 844, and then you're going to see the system's going to give you a message. You're going to say FSBO, and it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll give you a number. So if they go by that house, drive-by potential buyer, and sees this, they can put in there, they can dial up this number in their cell phone, put in FSBO 1, 2, 3, 4, and it downloads the complete property website with photo gallery, virtual tour, what's nearby in the neighborhood, brochures. It's got everything for them. And because they did that, you get a notification that this is a potential buyer for 123 Main Street. You put multiple property flyers in a tube on their front lawn. It's also a goal. Because again, you're trying to you're a marketing consultant. You want the FSBO to understand you're going to give them all these great marketing tools for free. You're also, one of your goals is to get now not just buyer leads, but to get a seller lead from the FSBO. Because what happens after 3 to 4 weeks? They give up. They still want their home sold, but you've had a relationship with them for the last 3 to 4 weeks. Are they going to go seek somebody else's help? It's your sign in the front yard. It's your property flyer tube in the front lawn. You've been helping them. The logical person, once you hear dissatisfaction in their voice, is to logically list with you. So again, where can we go find a FSBO lead? Well, again, you can get subscriptions or you can do it for free. Subscriptions can be bought from RedX, from Buy Owner Daily, from Land Voice, Zillow, or you can just drive your neighborhood and look for sale by owners. Today, we're going to use Zillow because it's a pretty easy system to use. So what you're going to do is you're going to log into Zillow at zillow.com/homes/FSBO. You're going to find a FSBO listing in your neighborhood. That's your job. And again, I say your job. If I could even expand this to say, well, you know what I want? I want to do the meeting with the FSBO But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Fiverr. Does anybody know? Has anybody heard of Fiverr? Fiverr. Fiverr. You can go to that website and you can hire a virtual assistant for $5. And what you can do is you can say your job is to go to Zillow.com and I want you to find me a FSBO, and you give them a territory: Aurora, Illinois, Naperville, Illinois, Bolingbrook, Illinois. Again, as you look at any one city, you might find two or three. But when you start adding Wheaton and Lisle and Bolingbrook, all of a sudden the pot blossoms and you got several of them. You might have 10, 20 of them. And what you're doing is you're saying, I want something above this price range that's not already listed in the MLS. So what they'll do is they'll find you. If you don't want to share your login with the MLS, which is fine, your virtual assistant from Fiverr can send it to you. But let's say, for sake of today, you decide, I'm not going to spend $5 on Fiverr. I'm going to go find this listing myself. So you're going to be logging into the MLS, and we're going to go find. You're going to first log into Zillow, and you're doing the $200 an hour work. The work of uploading into property websites, you can let Listing Booster do the $10 an hour work. But let's do the $200 an hour work. Let's go find prospects for ourselves. And we got to make sure that it's not listed in the MLS. Because again, you might find something on Zillow, but you guys have to log into your MLS because there are flat fee realtors out there that'll put them into the MLS as a FSBO. And obviously, under your ethics, you can't then market to that particular person because they're already with another agent. You're going to log your FSBO leads into what I call the FSBO record sheet and use your script. I'm going to give you a script on what you're going to be doing once you find it. So let's go first find it. Let's go to, and I need Ben or somebody, unmute yourself. When I change screens here, can you see my screen? Ben or Ronaldo, someone tell me, can you see? I'm at actually the MLS. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So when I go over here to Zillow, you can go into Zillow and you can see that, for sale. And I put in here, I said for sale by owner. So this is what you're going to be doing is you'll go into Zillow and you're going to put into the finder. You can see up here where it says Aurora, Illinois, FSBO. That was my search. I can add another city. I can say I want Plainfield, Illinois also. And so it's going to give me more choices as we look at this. So let's take a look at, I'm going to take out Plainfield so I get back to the one that I want for today's class. And this one down here, I chose, it's $299.9. It's at 11 Walnut Drive in North Aurora. So I go, okay, I'd like to do this. Again, what I did is I did click on it. I clicked on it and I opened her up. And a couple of things I was looking for. I was looking for, does it have a phone number? And look at here, it has property owner and it has the phone number of the FSBO. That's great. And then what I did was I logged into my MLS. And what I did was I said, I want to search by street address. And this is going to be 11 Walnut. And you guys have taught me not to put the avenue or the street or whatever, so I'm hitting find. And what I'm looking for is, this is in Aurora, Illinois. So first I'm looking in the city. Do we see any of them that are in Aurora, Illinois? I see none of them. So again, it's Walnut Drive, and I'm looking to see if there's any drives. Here's a Walnut Drive, but that's in Putnam. Here's a drive in Lake in the Hills, Putnam. And nope, no other drives. So, I mean, I felt pretty good that this is not, and it says this is one of 28 listings. So I'm looking at all of them. There's not like a page two. So there's no active listing on this for sale by owner. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. All right. So again, if I go back to our agenda here, it says we found it. We made sure it's not in the MLS. Now we can log it into our record sheet. What I mean by that is here's what a record, again, I'm sending this to you after we're done with today. Here is a record sheet. So you can, each one that you do, you can, again, you can do this. You can have your virtual assistant do this. You're going to put in, the address of the property and the owner's name and what the price is and the address. Is it on the MLS? Check it up, put a check mark that you checked. It is not on the MLS. Then you can go forward with that. And you'll see these calls every Monday are very important because every Monday after you have, they've agreed that you should be a marketer for them, you're going to call them every Monday to see how they're doing. How'd you do on Saturday and Sunday? How is the volume? Well, once you get to maybe week 3, week 4, and they're starting to say, this isn't all that it's cracked up to be. I'm not getting a lot of volume and I'm not getting a lot of foot traffic because they're poor marketers. They're waiting for people to find them in Zillow. So what you're going to do is, once you hear that they're disgruntled, you're going to say, well, I do have another choice for you. I could give you greater exposure. I could put you into the MLS because we know they're not in the MLS. I could take this property website that we created and I could post it into social media sites. I could put your virtual tour into my MLS. So there's lots of things that you can talk about converting them over into a listing. All right, again, going back to our agenda. So let's go through the script. And I've asked Ben to be, act as the FSBO. So here's the script. And I'm going to give you this script. And then toward the end of class, I'm going to give you another script. And then you guys decide which script you really want to work with. So let's go find the script. And here she is. And so, Ben, are you unmuted?
I was just doing it, let's see.
And again, you can just follow along if you want, just on your computer, because anything in red is you.
Sure.
Okay. So again, ring, ring. Hello. May I please talk with the owner of 123 Main Street? Because again, most of the time, the FSBOs in Zillow just say property owner. So their name is not there. So hello, may I please talk to the owner of 123 Main Street?
Yes, hello, this is him.
Um, is your home at 123 Main Street still available for sale?
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm Glenn Marino and I'm a real estate professional. And before you hang up on me, I noticed that you're selling your home by owner and I do not want to interfere with that process. However, may I help get you more buyers to purchase your home? You are interested in getting more buyers to look at your home, correct?
Yes, how can you get me more buyers?
You do have a sign in your front lawn with a phone number on it, correct?
Yes, yes,
Is it fair to say that if a buyer wants to see your home, the kitchen, the dining room, the bedrooms, or the basement, that they would have to call you and set up an appointment to come see your home and walk through your home?
yes, that's correct.
Well, how's the activity? How many potential buyers have you had come through your home?
I had a few.
Well, I believe more buyers would rather text for information about your home than call you for an appointment and walk through your home. Buyers do like immediate gratification. I would help get you more buyers by giving you 3 free things free of charge. Free is good, correct?
Yes,
Well, first, you live on what street? Main Street, correct?
yes,
Well, for free, I would put a sign writer in your front lawn that allows interested buyers to text a code. And in seconds, potential buyers can be at curbside and they'd see all the pictures, all the rooms of your home in their smartphone. They get a photo gallery, a virtual tour, and so much more. Can you envision more buyers seeing the beauty and features of your home if from curbside, sitting in their car, they can
well,
see your photo gallery rather than having to pick up the phone and call you?
yes, of course. Why is this my lucky day? that you want me to put a sign writer in my lawn to help me get more buyers for free. What's the catch? What is it to you?
Well, it's a great question. Many people ask that. Again, Mr. and Mrs. FSBO, how many people can actually buy your home? Well, only one, correct?
Yes.
Well, assume that I attract three potential buyers to look at the beauty and the features of your home with my sign writer and text call capture technology. And we've agreed that only one of these potential buyers could buy your home. Then I have two other buyers that I can show someone else's home to. It's a win-win. You win with a buyer for your home, and I win with two additional buyers to show homes to. Do you see the win-win in this strategy?
For sure.
Secondly, my team and I would propose to increase the safety and security of your home and your family. As a real estate professional, I would never hold an open house by myself, allowing strangers to come into a home that I was selling. You should not allow strangers to enter your home knowing nothing about them. For free, my team, which includes Tony Marino, loan branch manager in Naperville, they would run a credit report on each person that texts for information on your home and verify their income to make sure they have the necessary credit and income to purchase your home. It's called getting them pre-qualified. I would pre-qualify them and let you know that they're good or a poor candidate to buy your home. Someone with a 400 credit score should not be allowed in your home, as they can only be looking for security breaches or some other collectibles that are of interest to them. Have you or your wife raised any concerns about allowing strangers into your home without knowing anything about them?
Yes, my wife is a bit concerned.
Well, I can appreciate that. So we would do, for free, we would pre-qualify people before they walk through your home. Third, do you have plans to host an open house to attract more buyers?
No, we've not thought about holding an open house.
Probably you don't know how to is probably a better answer. My team and I would hold a FSBO open house, not this weekend, but the following weekend, so that we have enough time to post this event in some of the busiest social media sites, including Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and advertise it. We would organize and host this open house for free with you. Would you like a free open house?
Well, yes.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. FSBO. May I have 30 minutes of your time to demonstrate my free 3-point system? I'd like to show you a sample sign writer that I'd put in your lawn. It would demonstrate how to text and download your complete home into a cell phone and the cell phone of potential buyers. Secondly, we want to discuss with you how to run credit reports and verify the potential income, in essence, pre-qualifying people to make sure that your home is safe and secure. And lastly, we would discuss with you how we would conduct an open house to attract more buyers. Mr. and Mrs. FSBO, may I send you right now a sample of what potential buyers will receive on their cell phone once they text for more information on your home? I can send it to your phone right now. It only takes seconds. And again, you guys can have a sample already set up. And so here's an example right here. Let's go here. So if I were to, this is one that I did in Downers Grove on Queens Court. And when you go to this says send to client. Here is the property website. So if I click on this, while I got the FSBO on the phone, it's going to ask for what is their, sorry, so they got to log in again, but it's pretty doggone easy. Log in. So if I go over here to launch the launch pad and I come over here, send a client, it's going to say, just give me the mobile number, boom, hit it. And within seconds, it's in the hands of, I wish I could, I wish I could give everybody one right now, but there's too many people on the call. But again, you're going to be able to play with this a little bit, from when you get the agenda and you get these links, but they get it automatically into their cell phone. In fact, here, I'll give you a better idea. If we go back to, if we go back to the dashboard here, send a mobile tour. Let's go back to, let's take a look at the text code. If everybody wants to do this right now, if you were to type in, again, let's everybody write down FSBO, FSBO, and then the number 270, okay? FSBO 270. That is going to be what you put into the message. But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be the phone number I want you to type in is this one right here, 844-573-0700. 844-573-0700. And then in the message, type in FSBO 270 and hit send. And then somebody unmute themselves, or Ben, take a look at it and let me know that you guys got this. And the first one to speak up is the winner.
I got one.
Okay, and what do you think of it? I mean, it's got photo gallery. I mean, if you were a FSBO and you now got this within seconds, and you just had a phone call, and somebody says, this is a sample of what I've done for other FSBOs, what would be your reaction?
Wow, this is terrific, amazing. Look at this, the property, the bedrooms, the baths, and the price, when it was built, everything in matters of seconds. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful.
Thank you. That, I mean, to me, that would be also another reason for that FSBO to stay on the line with you, for them to go, oh my God, this woman's got some really cool marketing tools, and I get them for what? For free?
Wow.
So anyway, I want you to see this. Now, how did you like the professional presentation of your home? Well, Ronaldo just said, hey, very, very, very nice. And would next Monday or Tuesday be a good time to meet? What time? Oh, next Tuesday at 7 p.m. would be great. Whatever they tell you, you're going to set up a meeting with them. And then, Mr. and Mrs. FSBO, may I please have your email, as I would like to email you the property website, the text message number, and other marketing materials that I've created for you. I'd like you to review them before our meeting next Tuesday.
Sure, send me the email.
Yep, perfect, Ben. Thank you. Great. I will email you the marketing materials today and look forward to meeting you next Tuesday. Have a great day. The note here for you, get busy now creating the property website in Listing Booster, and email the property brochure and your FSBO cover letter. So I'm going to show you now what we put into the FSBO cover letter, and what we create for our face-to-face meeting. Got to remember this. Please note where it says you create the property website. Some of you agents are techie people, you like getting involved in the computers and doing this stuff. Others say, you know what? I sell houses. I'm not a computer guy. I'm not real savvy. All you do is take the link that you got in Zillow and you email it to Listing Booster, and they'll create it and put it into your account. It can't get any easier. So you spent your time talking about the script, and you would already have one of the FSBO samples, like I did in Downers Grove on Queens Court, and you're going to send it to them as a sample, and they're going to, it kind of locks the deal in. And now they say, yeah, I'd like to meet with you. I'd like to learn more about what you're going to give to me for free. So yeah, this is to me, it's a pretty easy way to get a lead and put it on your record sheet. And now what you're doing is now we need to get ready for the face-to-face. So let's now go back to our agenda. So we did the role play. So summarize. Can I help you get more buyers? Yep, I'm going to put a sign writer in your front lawn, and I'm going to put flyers. I'm going to give you flyers to put in a tube in your front lawn. I'm going to run a credit report.
Glenn, can you do it again? Because I didn't, to the point I got it, how you did it on listing booster. Can
You want how to do it text wise?
yeah. So
Okay.
do I get to log into listing booster? Is it free or how do I do it?
Oh, to get to Listing Booster, you have to call Tony Marino, and he sends you an invite.
So you were saying that
Because,
if I send it to them by texting this number, so you want me to text?
I see what you're saying. Assume, my response first was, in order to get a Listing Booster account, you want the free version first, and you get that through Tony Marino. So you say, "Hey Tony, I want a free listing boost. I want a free Listing Booster account." So he'll send you an invite, and he'll get you set up on Listing Booster for free.
Okay.
Then, once you create an account, going back to what I'll show you. Once you have an account, okay, this is what it looks like. Okay, your dashboard. So
Okay.
all I did was, it says agent, listings, buyer. It says you want to go to. You could either go right here, send mobile tour, or you can go manage FSBO listings. I'm just going to click on manage FSBO listings. And let's say you had, this is my sample, but let's say you had 2 or 3. But if you're always just sending this one out, you can do this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click on, within Listing Booster, you're going to click on Listing Launchpad. And once you launch it, it's going to give you a whole bunch of things. What do you want? You want flyers, etc. And I'm just going rather fast. But down here, you can see where it says send to client, the property website. You see this, Arvid?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All you do is click on that little icon that looks like a telephone. You click it, and then you put in the FSBO's phone number, whatever the phone number is, and then you say send mobile tour. That's how you're going to send it to them. I gave you it, because I don't have the time to put in all your mobile numbers and send them out to you guys. But if you went to 844, let me just show you this. So first off, let me see. Did I answer your question for you?
Yes.
Good.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Okay. So going back to.
Hello?
Go ahead.
When I texted that number, I didn't get anything. So what did I do wrong?
Okay, so let's go over here to, did you put in, you as if you're dialing, you're in your texting mode of your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And did you type in 844-573-0700?
Correct.
Okay. In the message, did you type in FSB, not 0, but the letter O?
Yes.
FSBO 270.
Oh, no, I didn't put 270. Okay.
That put in each property will get its own number. The prefix will always be FSBO because it's a FSBO. But the first one's going to be 270. The next one will be 271. The next property will be 273. So each one's got its own unique number. So go ahead and put in 270, hit send, and you should get it into your phone.
Yep, I got it. Thank you.
You are most welcome. So to me, the FSBO is pretty excited. You guys have shown some marketing savvy.
One more question before I just mute myself. That how do we get the pictures? Is it already there in the system?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now for you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. But I also want you to understand that, because many of you are going to get, possibly turned off by the fact, oh, I don't want to do this on a daily basis. That's why you guys are just going to send a link to Listing Booster. But I'm going to show you, for those that want to do this, this is how you can create it yourself. So good question, Arvid. Thanks for being my lead-in.
Thank you so much.
So let's go over here to Listing Booster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my dashboard. I'm going to go to Manage FSBO Listings, okay? And you see where it says add a FSBO listing? Okay. Let's add a FSBO listing. And then what I'm going to do is it'll take us about maybe 5 to 7 minutes to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to my, there's my Zillow. So the seller is, remember this, the seller was property owner, and this was the phone number. So I'm going to copy the phone number because I can remember property owner in my head. So I'm going to copy that. So I'm going to go back over here. And seller's first name is property owner. Oh, that's their first name. Their last name is owner. They don't have an email because Zillow doesn't give it. So I'm pasting in the phone number. Pretty cool. The price, I think it was $299.9. The address was 11 Walnut Drive. It is in zip code. I don't know the zip code. What's the zip code? 60542 from there. So let's go back. It is 60542. It says, would you like to populate the city? Yes, I would. It's in Illinois, North Aurora.
You didn't get
11.
the address.
Eleven Walnut Drive, 60542, Kane County. Property type, single family. How many bedrooms was it? And again, this is kind of cool because it asks for how many are full, how many are 3/4, how many are half. So what I do is I typically go down to facts and features, and I look down here, and it's got 4 bedrooms. It's got 1 full, 1 3/4, 1 half. Those are their 3 bathrooms. So going back here, it says I've got 4 bedrooms, 1 full bath, 1 3/4, 1 half. Square footage, 1728 per Zillow, 1728. Lot size is, again, coming down here under property. You see the lot size, 9,452 square feet. Cool. Drop it in. Year built, 1970. Let's go over here to where was it built? What year? Year built, 1970. Cool. Let's go back over here. 1970. Yearly taxes, go to Zillow. And over here under Zillow, there's going to be a tab called Price History and Tax History. Go down to taxes. 6,716 is the latest tax bill. It was paid in 2023. Go back 6,716. Let me make sure all this keeps. Property description. What I do is I go to Zillow, and up here is a great property description. Get more info. No. Show more. There it is. Okay, so what I do is I copy this. Copy this. Go back over to your property description and paste. Very cool. Don't try to put in longitude and latitude. The system will do that. Just say map by street address, leave it alone. Then what he did was I was able to, I went back to Zillow for school district, high school, middle school, and elementary. So again, here in Zillow, when you go toward the bottom here, it'll be your schools. Here's your schools. Godwin Elementary, Jewel Middle, West Aurora. Go over here. Godwin, Jewel, West Aurora, School District 129. Any additional features, you can put them in here. So step 2 goes to Arvid's question about how do you get the photos in there. So click on step 2. Okay. Let's go over here now. The cool thing is what I do is well, first off, let me go back here. So to get the photos, I click and I make them large. And I'm going to do some of these, but not all of these. Because again, I've done these already. So I will take this one. I right click. You see where it says save the image as? And you see where it says normally you wouldn't take a WPF file. You want it to be a JPEG. But the beauty of Listing Booster is it converts it into a JPEG automatically. And what I do is I always save these on my desktop in a folder. So you see my folder's already 11 Walnut Drive. But if this was the very first one I was doing, I would click New Folder. I'd name the folder, the address of my FSBO, 11 Walnut Drive. And I would just hit Save As. It would tell me, where do you want to put it? I want to put it on my desktop in that folder called 11 Walnut Drive. And you hit save. I'll do one more for you, just so that you guys can get a better understanding. As you go through the pictures, I'll take this one, for example. You right-click in Zillow's picture, click Save the Image As. It opens up once you've created the place for the first picture, it will always come back to your desktop, to your folder with the address of your FSBO. And all you have to do is hit save. So you're hitting save as, and then you're hitting save. And so these are all going into this folder. So for sake of speed here, let's assume that I've gone through, I did not take a picture of this looking up at the roof line. I didn't take a picture of that. I took pictures of what I thought were pertinent for purposes of demonstrating this property website, not only to the FSBO, but to the world at large. So I uploaded a bunch of pictures, and they're sitting in my desktop folder, okay? So let's go back to Listing Booster. It says, okay, drag and drop the pictures in. So now I click on it. It happened to open up to 11 Walnut Drive. If it didn't, if it opened up to a different one, I would just hit desktop, and then I would pick from the desktop which one of the folders I want. I do want 11 Walnut Drive. And what we can do is I hit shift, click, and then I go to the very last one, and I hit shift, click, and do you notice it highlighted all of the pictures? So again, let's slow down here for a second. We hit drag and drop within Listing Booster. It opens up. It says, where are your pictures? We say it's on the desktop under the folder called 11 Walnut Drive. We hit shift, the shift key, and click at the first picture, and we hit shift and click on the last picture, and then hit open. And it's uploading all your pictures. They are not in the right order, by the way. And we're going to show you how to do that real quickly.
Can I ask a question?
You certainly can.
Are these photos protected by whom took the photos, and we still could use it with no problem?
Well, the answer to that question is that these are FSBO's pictures. And so again, you're not going to create this. And again, if you want to add it to your script, you're going to be asking the FSBO, I'm going to be creating a property website, because you showed them a sample. You showed them Downers Grove. This is in North Aurora, right, Ronaldo?
Right.
So you're showing them the sample and saying, I want to create this for you. And I just sent you the sample of that mobile, the property website. It came into your phone. I do have your permission to use these pictures. They're not, the FSBO took these pictures. The FSBO took these pictures. So you're using their pictures to further market their home. And you can say, I'm going to use your pictures. If you think the pictures are again, I wouldn't redo their pictures until they decide they're disgruntled as a FSBO, and then go out and hire Virtuance or somebody. And then because now you got a listing, pay at that point in time, pay for professional pictures. But all these pictures, you can see some are horizontal, some are vertical. This is the FSBO's pictures. So you can upload them knowing full well that it's the FSBO's pictures, and FSBO told you that, yeah, create the marketing material because I want to move forward. I want the sign writer in the front lawn. I want the property brochure flyer tube in my front lawn. Yep, I would love to capture more buyers. And you say, well, I'm going to use your pictures that are in Zillow. They'll go, sure, go right ahead. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I was thinking that it was like an expired, and then we're using the photos that another agent have taken by a professional photographer, which they pay, and not me. So I was just thinking about expired pictures from somebody else. But I understand.
Yep, and that's another class, and we will cover that in that class.
Great.
But now let's get these things in order. To me, first off, I see a duplicate here because I was playing around with it with you guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of one of them. I just hit that and it deletes it. I want the front of the house and to be the very first picture. And so I'm looking for a good front of house, and I'm going to say let's use this as a good front of house. The washer and dryer, you see these crossbars? The washer and dryer is something that it's going to go down to the bottom. So here's the front of the house. I want the kitchen then to come in next. So here's my kitchen. Here's more of the kitchen. Just grab the crossbars and move it over. This is the back of the house, so I'm going to move this down. This is more of the backyard. Do I have any other kitchens? No other kitchens. Okay, so after kitchen, I probably want the master bedroom. So here's a master bedroom. Here is a master bedroom bath. Remember, it had 4 bedrooms. So here's bedroom number 2. Here's bedroom number 3. Here's bedroom number 4. Cool. Then they had a sun. Well, here, I like this. Before I get to the bedrooms, this was their living, they had a nice fireplace in the family room. I'm going to put that after the kitchen. So I'm going to move that up after kitchen. And then they had a dining room. So I'm going to move that up after the fireplace. Master bedroom, and here's the other bedrooms. And then they had a kind of like a sunroom toward the back of the house. And this is what there's a couple pictures of the sunroom. So cool. In fact, I don't even need this second one because this was a better picture. So again, I'll delete this. Again, you can, this is going to take you guys long. Back of house. I guess before I get to back of house, I'll throw in the washer and the dryer. And this was a water filtration system. Back of house, more back of house. I think I've got, and actually this is front of house. So again, I'm going to move this all the way up because I like this far better. It's a closer picture of it. Oh, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I'm going to delete this one. And then last but not least, again, this is part of that sunroom. I'm going to move it up to where the sunroom is. Sunroom, washer, dryer, water filtration, back of house, and I'm done. Okay, cool. So now that you're done with, with these, you're going to hit save. And it creates for you your second FSBO. That, remember, Queens was our sample. Now we've got 11. So let's go over here. And if you guys go to my agenda, I wish I would have given it to you guys in advance, but here in the agenda, it says after creating the FSBO site, click on listing settings, review each of the line items that were created, check the photo order, create the text code for the FSBO. Remember, the other one was 270. Click on property website and save it to the Launchpad. So there's a bunch of little steps here I want you to do. And again, you'll have this as your cheat sheet, but let's go over here to what we just created. And it said hit listing settings. So we're on Walnut. Listing settings is what it said to do. And it says, please wait. So it's now processing all of our data. The very first tab is the abbreviated description, which is what we're seeing in the background right now. And by the way, did anybody find that terribly difficult to just save the photos right out of FSBO, right out of Zillow, and put them into a folder?
This is amazing, Glenn. My other question is there anywhere in the program where we could describe this is bedroom number 1, this is bedroom number 2, or this is a description of the closet and so forth and so on?
Absolutely. I'm skipping over those minor, finer details, but yes, you can. You can caption each one of your photos if you like. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So now we're done with this. So abbreviated description, photo order. Okay. Now look at this. F for flyer, B for brochure. So it's telling you that the first 6 photos go into your B, your brochure, and the F's are flyer. If you go, I don't really need 2 fronts of house, I would much rather get the master bedroom in there. So what you could do is you could take this, or better yet, you could take this master bedroom and put it in and move this guy down. And now you've got, and again, you maybe don't want the master bedroom right there. You might want the master bedroom as your last one in your brochure. So here's your brochure, your flyer, kind of cool. Then let's go to open house dates. Eventually, if you do open houses like you said you would, you put in some dates. Nearby schools, if you need to modify them, you can. Nearby places. This is so cool. When you meet with the FSBO, did we do any of this? Did we put in 10 of the best places to feature for an auto parts store, for a coffee shop, for a gas station, for a pharmacy, for a supermarket, Aldi? Did we put any of this in here? No. It did it for us because it takes the address of the property through Google Maps, finds the closest places. But let's say you meet with the FSBO, you show them what you've created for them, and they go, you know what? The auto parts store, there's a better one. It's O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Okay, so you click on that and it's 2.18 miles away. And, you say, well, instead of Aldi's being the supermarket, it's Jewel Osco is the one we like to go to. So, you can tailor this to what the FSBO likes. Kind of cool. Restaurants. Okay, once again, did you do anything to create, what's the closest bar area? Chinese restaurant, Mexican restaurant, American, the pizza place, the sports bar, the Japanese restaurant. Did you guys do any of this? No. But if you sit down with the FSBO and say, is this kind of what you go, if you were to go out, is this where you go? Well, the guy goes, well, for Mexican, I don't really go to, Boca Burritos, but boy, do I like Taco Madre. Well, cool. It's only 0.39, So again, you can tailor this and your FSBO is going to go, this is super that you guys are doing this. And then you go to outdoor recreation. What's the closest golf course and water sports and a park and a bike trail and a dog park and a tennis court? And they go, well, the park that we really, really like isn't this one. We like Red Oaks Nature Center. Okay, it's 1.96 miles away. Cool. And so, and then now it said, now create your text code. Well, I never for FSBOs use the word view. I always use, we're going to go back here and we're going to create. We're going to create FSBO.
It's so awesome, man. I'm amazed.
I'm going to create one FSBO. Are you sure you want to book these keywords? Yeah, I want a FSBO. Yep, that's my keyword. Okay, so it says Queen's Court was 270. So now this is FSBO 27. And so I'm going to go back to my text code for this property. And now I got a FSBO and it's 272 and I'm gonna hit save. And now I've got FSBO 272, just like you all did that 84, it's always that 844 number. And so now this one is 272. So again, if anybody wants to play around while we're talking here, you can go into your phone, dial the same phone number, but put in FSBO 272 and you're gonna see everything we just created. And then here's the property website. Again, if you guys had a YouTube video, if you did a virtual tour, again, I'm thinking down the road, if you guys get your listing and you guys do a virtuance and a virtuance gives you a virtual tour, pop it in here, very cool. And then here's the virtual tour. If you have your own virtual tour, paste it in here, save it. So very, very cool. You've got everything that you need now is all set up. So going back to and again, so far, how much does Listing Booster cost you guys? Zero, nothing. And you guys spend 5 minutes in Zillow finding it in the neighborhood you guys want to market, and who created it? You can, but Listing Booster will create it for you if you send them the link and put it into your account. So far, I can do this every single day of my life at 8 o'clock in the morning when I get up with a cup of coffee, go find a FSBO, send it off to my virtual assistant at Listing Booster, and wait for it to show up in my account. But again, you're only going to create this. What you're going to do initially is you're going to make the phone call with the script, and you're going to send out your sample to the FSBO to let them know this is what you're going to be doing for them. All right. So now well, here it says at the launchpad, click plus to create the image of the property brochure and to create the image of the standard flyer. So again, I'm going to go back for a quick second. I want to go back to my dashboard. I want to go back to manage FSBOs. I want to launch Walnut. I want to launch the listing pad. And it says, save this now, save all this information to the launch pad. So we're going to click save to the launch pad. This may take a few seconds. I'm going to let it process while we go back to my agenda for a quick second.
By the way, this is the property owner for 1234 Main Street. I want to buy that house.
You want to buy that house? Okay. So again, after we created, we're now going to create the property brochure, the standard flyer with the area report. Now we're going to prepare for the face-to-face meeting with the coffee mug. Okay. The coffee mug looks like this. We're going to create a flyer, which I'm going to show you in a second. I'm going to send it to you. You're going to put the property brochure that we're creating right now that we're waiting for it to create. And you can put candy in here. You can put whatever you want and put obviously a bunch of your business cards in there. So the cover letter, the property brochure, candy, and business cards. Not too bad. This is what you're going to show up with for your FSBO meeting at Tuesday at 7 p.m. So again, let's go back. Success. We've had this all moved to the launch pad. So here's now the launch pad. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that the property website has been created. I see that I can view it. I want the property brochure. So see where it says plus, that means added as a viewable image. And that I can share it. Once I hit click either here, I can hit the plus sign here or here, it will give me Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn to be able to share this. Not that it's real important right now, but it's automatically going to give that to you. So I'm going to click property brochure. Because I want this in my coffee cup. And again, I don't care what you guys use. Coffee cup to me is pretty easy. I mean, you can go to the dollar store and get a whole bunch of coffee cups for $1 a piece. And so your marketing isn't costing you a whole bunch. But I mean, what you fill it up with is most important. So again, I'm just going to let this go through here for a second. Let's go back to my agenda. So the coffee mug is going to have the cover letter. There's only 3 changes that you got to make to it. We're going to print the brochure with the FSBO logo and the owner's phone number. Where do you guys see it? It's phenomenal. You're going to insert several of your business cards. You're going to bring a sample. If I were you guys, you know remember the demo. What's our demo? It was Downers Grove, right? It was on Queens Court. I would order a sign writer so it's big as daylight and tuck it under your arm and walk into your FSBO meeting with the FSBO and say, this is a sample of what I'm going, if you agree that I'm the guy to get you more buyers, if I'm the woman to get you more buyers, this is a sample of the sign writer I'm going to put in your front lawn. So you take that wherever you go. It's your sample. It's your sample sign writer. Cool. Bring a sample. Tell them you will order the sign writer once they sign your no agency agreement. I'll show you that in a second. You're going to review your 3 valued propositions. 1, you're going to give them a sign writer. 2, you're going to pre-qualify buyers so that their home is a little more safe and secure. And 3rd, you're going to do a open house. If you guys aren't going to do a FSBO open house, I mean, you're possibly passing up an opportunity to get more buyers. But if you don't want to do it, take it out of your script. Then you only have 2 valuable propositions to give to them. So let's look at the no agency agreement and let's look at the FSBO security checklist. So here is, once you're at your meeting with the FSBO, you're going to have them sign. Well, like here's the security checklist. I guess I can give you this first. This is kind of cool stuff. Do not give your schedule out over the phone. For example, a prospective buyer calls and you say, I'd like to come over this weekend. When are you folks available? Well, don't say we can't show it then. We'll be out of town. Bad thing to say. Before scheduling a showing appointment, make sure you get the buyer's phone number first. Then call them back at that number before allowing them into your house. This was more effective prior to the use of disposable cell phones, but still it lets buyers know that you have some of their information for security reasons. Make sure that you're never alone when showing the home. Because again, if they come in with 1, 2, or 3 people, sometimes one guy drifts off and goes left while the rest of them go right, and they might be taking things that you don't want them to take. Carry a cordless phone with you. You don't want to leave homeowners alone when all of a sudden your landline rings. No, you're not going to leave them alone in your house. If you're currently showing the home to a buyer and the doorbell rings, do not leave the buyer alone in your house to answer the door. It could be a setup that they're in the house and they got their friend ringing the doorbell. Make sure your children do not let anyone in. Oh, I'm here to see your house. It's for sale. Oh, come on in. No. Make sure your children do not give out information about the home over the telephone. Be aware of suspicious questions. Do you have an alarm system? Do you have a panic button? Ask the buyers for a photo ID when they come to your door. Make sure to let the buyers know that you'll be asking for it when you set the appointment. Be clear as to who is coming over to see the house. If a husband and wife are coming over and additional people are with them, be suspicious. If you have weapons in the house, keep them secured and out of sight. Make sure you have lots of liability insurance in case someone has an accident. Kind of cool stuff. And then the no agency agreement. Here it is. No agency agreement. Again, I don't know if this is the latest and greatest. I got this out of Google. I was looking for the latest, but you're basically saying, this is who I am. This is who my company is. This is the address property. And I do not represent you nor a buyer. I am a marketing consultant. Check the box. And you can put in here that I'm showing property of a FSBO, or a marketing property of a FSBO. That's all you have to do to make sure that there is no ethics violation. Kind of cool, kind of easy. Okay, so let's again go back. And it is still, let's see if I thought it would be faster to get this property brochure. But you know what I'll do? I'll show you the property brochure for Queens. So here's Queens, all right? So here's, I'm sorry, Queens doesn't have the property brochure up and running yet either. Well, I'm going to just continue to go forward. Let's hope that the property brochure shows up. It is extremely cool. One of the things I want to look at, and I'll show you what, again, let's go to the property website, because the property brochure has some really cool stuff in it. So notice it has a for sale by owner logo. Again, you guys didn't do anything. You just put it into your FSBO list. You or Listing Booster put it in here. You uploaded all the pictures. It says send the listing to, and there's your FSBO 270. Very cool. There's your description. And across the top here is your photo gallery, a map. And remember the nearby places? This is what's so cool. This is what I would put into, again, you're going to see later on in my agenda, I would put this, I would capture these, I would download places conveniently nearby. I would put in restaurants nearby. I would put in outdoor places nearby. These would be added to my photo gallery within Zillow, not within Listing Booster, because Listing Booster has this property website. But again, what you're doing for the FSBOs, you're telling them, I'm going to add, in addition to your photo gallery, I'm going to let people know what they can do with outdoor restaurants and just places conveniently nearby. They're going to think that's really cool. And then the last thing what I would be doing is I would be going and I would capture this send listing to your FSBO 270. That's actually in the brochure, but you can take a screenshot of this, and I would put that into Zillow also, because you want people that are looking through Zillow, you want them to text this number, because when they do, you're going to get notifications. You want the buyer leads. In fact, remember that phone number? Remember I put the phone number of FSBO into Listing Booster? I know people that are talking to the FSBO and say, do you really want to handle all the buyers, or do you want me to handle the buyers? And I will notify you which buyers are suitable for you to set up an appointment with. And sometimes they're putting in either you or the loan officer into this phone number down here is going into Zillow instead of the seller. But that's a discussion that you can have. Again, you don't care one way or the other. You're just offering it as an option to them. All right. Again, going back to the agenda, I'm going to look again real quickly if we have the property brochure yet. Not yet there. Not yet there. Okay. I'm not going to waste time. So let's go back over here to the agenda. And once the FSBO likes your marketing, tell the FSBO you would like to add the following to their Zillow photo gallery. You're going to say, I'm going to add each of those infographics. That was that places nearby, that was restaurants, that was outdoor activities. You're going to add the text code graphic and add the text code. You're going to put the text code in the description. Because again, as people are reading the description of the property, you want to give them the next ability, the ability to say, and if you want more information about this property, text this number. Add the property website as the virtual tour in Zillow. Again, once you're there in front of them, you know, they'll let you log in. They can give you the login. They can tell you, okay, in Zillow, there is a feed or an input for a virtual tour. 99 out of 100 FSBOs do not have a virtual tour. But you can put your property website from Listing Booster into the FSBO. Remind the FSBO that they don't add that if they don't add these items, if they don't add the infographics, if they don't add the property website, and a potential buyer wants more information about their home, the button that says for more information in Zillow takes the potential buyer and sends them to another Zillow agent instead of sending them to you and me. So we don't want that. Tell them that's not good for you nor for me. If I'm going to spend this time creating all this great marketing for you, we need in the description, we need in the photo gallery, we need in the virtual tour, all these links that send the buyers to me. Then what you're going to do is you're going to call them every Monday for status update. Once the sign writer is in the front lawn, what I would do, what I've done in the past is on every Monday, hey, it's, you know, and again, I have an agreement with them. You agree, I got your cell phone number. You agree I'm going to do all this marketing for you. You agree every Monday to take my phone call. You might be busy, but I'll leave a message, but you promise to call me back. And what you're going to do is they're going to call you back and you're going to ask about how is your activity? What did you do this weekend? Did you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or none came through as for a showing? And, you know, you're going to just listen to them and sympathize with them. But once you hear them being dissatisfied, you're going to go to option number 2 within your cover letter. So let's take a look at your cover letter. Remember, we're going to put the property brochure, which once it generates, and we're going to put in this cover letter. So let's take a look at the cover letter. And there's only 3 changes. Once you have Tony's picture and once you have your picture in this cover letter, it only takes anything in green or blue is what you're going to put in here. So hi, it's Megan Doyle of HomeSmart. My referral partner is Tony Marino, branch manager. We recently noticed your home is listed for sale by owner. We do not want to interfere with that process. However, the key to success in selling your home is to give your home great exposure where buyers hang out. We have already created 2 great marketing options that will give your home great exposure in the internet where 90% of the buyers hang out. 1, should you only want to attract more buyers faster, I can provide you with a property brochure and a sign writer. See below. That will give instant information about your home to any drive-by potential buyers. Please text FSBO 270 to see the big wow potential. Cool. You know, again, you can add to this and say, and I'm going to be providing a flyer, property flyer brochure tube that will stick into the ground so people as they drive by can take these flyers with them, which again is going to have contact information, you know, bringing the buyers back to you and me so that we can get them pre-approved. Option number 2. This is when if they're dissatisfied after 3, 4 weeks of trying to be a FSBO, should you want more exposure for your home for a quicker sale, I'd love the opportunity to interview for the job of marketing your home. Please accept this gift of marketing materials that's in this coffee cup that I've already created for you that's going to help sell your home quickly and profitably in a hassle-free manner. In addition to giving your home great exposure in the MLS, I've already created for you the following sample marketing materials: a property website. Click this link. Well, the link is going to take them to the property website. A listing presentation that shows you the many ways that your home can be marketed. Again, this is a link to the listing presentation that Listing Booster has that tells people what it is that you do. And again, let's just quickly go to this. It's kind of fun. So here is the listing presentation that, again, it's free to you guys from Listing Booster. But what is so cool about it is that it tells them that 78% of all households are now using streaming TV devices like Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and more. It's estimated the number to be around 232 million people. This year, it continues to grow. List with me and I'll feature your home on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. You're not doing this while they're a FSBO. This is when they get disgruntled. And now you're saying, can I show you what more I can do for you? And so you're going to go and say, MoveTube is the only interactive national real estate portal available on popular streaming devices. Why consumers are preferring it over real estate websites and mobile devices is that once they found it on Roku, we stopped using Zillow. We got used to the large photos on our 70-inch 4K TV screen, and we didn't want to go back to using our phones or a PC to do our home search. So again, they're getting the ability to have the listings are now going up on what's called MoveTube. Where consumers are finding MoveTube on Roku, Apple TV, Google Android TV, Amazon Fire. Your listing will get premier placement, will be enhanced with a movie or MovieTube. It will also appear on the home screen in the just listed area of MoveTube. There's a just listed, and they'll see all the newest listings. Your listing will also be featured in the screensaver that appears for when a user goes into the screensaver mode. So if they're on MoveTube and they haven't been on it for a while, it'll go to screensaver, and your property will show up on the screensaver. It's a popular feature of MoveTube. At the end of your movie and screensaver segment, meaning your realtor contact information, will show up with your picture. Here's Christina, agent, realtor. If a MoveTube viewer is interested in your property, they can send it right over their phone by scanning the QR code, or they can just call. Once it's live, I'll announce your new listing with a Hollywood-style 30-second trailer with a movie trailer guy narrating and cinematic music. It's designed for platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. These are your posts. This is your just listed going out to these social media sites. You'll be able to share it as well on social media. It's an attention grabber because it's only 30 seconds, and this goofy guy's eating popcorn while they're seeing highlights of your home. I'll create and publish just listed, open house, and sold print flyers. These contain local data and make your listings stand out. They can be shared on social media and printed. I'll create social media shareable digital property report. They're designed not only to sell your home, but also the area which is equally as important to most buyers. Your restaurants, places nearby, outdoor activities. It's obvious that I'm aware that social media is huge. Imagine there is everything. I'll make sure that your property is featured in our social media sphere with my arsenal of professional quality social media images. These are all created for you. All you got to do is put them into your Facebook, put them into your LinkedIn, put them into your Twitter, put them into your Instagram. Here's your Instagram button. Your listing will also receive dedicated text code. So we make it easy for people as they drive by to get instant information about your home. Not only will your property be on tons of websites, but I'll create a website specifically for your property. Your property website will have buyer capture opt-in pop-up forms that before they get to the website, a pop-up shows up and they have to give their contact information. I'll also show off your home in a full screen animated virtual tour that we'll share on the MLS. You can take this virtual tour from Listing Booster and put it right into your MLS. Now your MLS has a virtual tour. You can also create a video walkthrough. Many of the people take a walkthrough with their cell phone. It's got beautiful images. Do a walkthrough and you can upload it into your Listing Booster property website. So since no one's going to offer you all of these unique items, let's get started. Kind of a cool listing presentation once you get to, I'm not happy with my FSBO. So again, you can go and show them their listing presentation. You can give them a property brochure that describes the many beautiful features. Obviously, a sample of it is sitting in the coffee cup. You'll show them that you already have a text message to capture. It's going to switch from FSBO. It's going to switch to view or tour, but it won't be a FSBO once they're listing. But this is you can show them a sample of what you would do. You'll be doing social media postings in Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and more. And you're going to be doing MovieTube streaming of their home in all of these popular streaming platforms, Roku, Amazon Fire. May have 30 minutes of your time to show you all the marketing materials we've already created for you. You'll not be disappointed. Thanks in advance. What have you got to lose? It's no cost to you. Call me today. I'm dedicated to your success in marketing of your home. Call me so I can assist you with the marketing of your home tomorrow. So that's what, your coffee cup consists of: the cover letter of what you've already created for them, the property brochure, your business cards, and a whole bunch of little candies or whatever you want. Let's go back. We're almost done here. So when disgruntled, you're going to go to option number 2. You're going to use the FSBO record sheet to manage your 20 to 40 leads per month. Remember, on the record sheet that I'm going to send you, it's got phone call number 1, phone call number 2, phone call number 3, phone call number 4. What you want to be doing is logging in the dates you do that to see and make some, some cryptic notes on there as to what they're saying. Are they happy? Are they neutral? Or are they starting to get disgruntled about what's happening? Here's some better options. The better option is delegate the $10 an hour work using the Listing Booster customer service. So what I'm saying there is copy and paste the Zillow Homes FSBO URL and send it to Listing Booster, or have your virtual assistant, if you're going to hire one from Fiverr. I would just use Fiverr to just find, if you don't even find them in the morning, hire a virtual assistant for $5 and have them find it, send it to you. Your job is to see if they're already listed in the MLS. That'll take you like a minute. And then send it, and then you can send it to Listing Booster to create the property website, the sign writer, and the property brochure. Were you done in less than 5 minutes? Absolutely. This option here of using Listing Booster and using a Fiverr assistant, or just using Listing Booster, will take you all of less than 5 minutes. And don't you want 1 lead a day, or 20 in a month, and 240 in a year? How about if you do 2 a day? Now you got 480 leads in a year. That's amazing to me. Another option. What if you did not get a face-to-face meeting, but you want to pursue it? What if they cut you off? Don't want to talk to you. You're a real estate professional. There's an ulterior motive. I don't want to talk to you. Or what if they, you go through your script and they just decide, no thanks, don't want it. But you think it's well worth it. It's I think my sample on Downers Grove was, close to a $600,000 listing. It might be well worth it. So you might want to do is create, because again, Listing Booster's free. You're spending less than 5 minutes. Have them create all this, print the property brochure, create the cover letter, and put your business cards in there, and go deliver the coffee mug, the marketing materials in a wine bag, and just leave it at the door. I mean, what have you got to lose? I mean, $1 worth of a coffee cup, and you printed you could do your cover letter in 2 minutes, print it, and you printed the brochure out of there. Again, it's going to take you all 5 minutes after the property website's created to put everything into a coffee cup and go deliver it. You either have a meeting or you don't have a meeting, but drop it off. They might just call you when they click on those links, because they go, wow, this gal's got a lot going. Another option, attract more FSBOs with a Facebook FSBO post. See the example. I'm just going to give you, if you guys want it, again, I'll send this out to you. But again, you could post this in Facebook. Consider selling by owner. Who wants a free FSBO selling kit? Again, it's free, right? You're giving it away for free. Free marketing tools for FSBOs. Claim your free FSBO selling kit by clicking. And again, I would create with and for you a landing page. I can create landing pages for free within Google. So I'll create a landing page where people can leave their name, their email, and their phone number that says, yep, I would like a free FSBO kit. When they do, you call me, or you call Tony and say, Tony, get Glenn in contact with me. I need a landing page. Get a free property website, a yard sign, a mobile application, which is that text code, free property flyers, and free pre-approval of interested buyers. Cool. And again, the landing page, this is the one and the same. They click the landing page, so you find out within Facebook who might want a free for sale by owner kit. Or you do an ad within, use that post and boost it and make an ad And now instead of going out to just 50 or 100 people, now you go out to thousands of people. And the ad's going to cost you what, $35 for a week? Sounds good to me. So again, another option, just kind of putting some thoughts into your head. Now, here's the last great option. And I know I've kept you guys a long time. I'll try to wrap it up in 5 minutes. The last great option is use the loan officer script and call on behalf of Tony Marino, the loan officer. If you want the script sent to you, contact Tony and we'll send it out to you. And the reason I'm saying this is that you will get more people to stay on the phone if you say you're calling, you're not in, you remember, you're not a realtor, you're a marketing consultant. So when you call, you're saying, I'm calling on behalf of Tony Marino, branch manager of Guild Mortgage in Naperville. And what you're going to be doing, again, I'll briefly touch on what this looks like. Here it is. Okay. So you're calling and it's your home for sale by owner. You say, great. Well, you can just say, skip that I'm not a real estate agent. You don't want to say anything wrong. But you can say, I'm working with a Tony Marino of Guild Mortgage in Naperville, a mortgage lender that specializes in private sale transactions. Because of this, I market directly to home buyers and send their buyers to for sale by owners like yourself. I appreciate that the excitement is in the homes, not the loans, So I have developed a system that brings in interested buyers by showing them homes that are not being represented by agents. Your home's in good location, a good price range where we have been very successful in pulling in buyers. The program is free to you, but you must be willing to commit to continue selling on your own for the next 30 days with the goal of being successful and saving the commission. The program consists of a complete professional grade property marketing system, which includes property website, virtual tour, call capture, text messaging system, and includes social media broadcasting. And again, I won't go through the whole thing, but again, the FSBO are more interested in talking to a loan officer than they are to an agent. But again, I already gave you the script on the agent. You can go with that and see how many stay with you because you're telling them that you're not interested in disrupting the for sale by owner process that they're involved in. But follow my logic, and then we're done here. You'll use that script. You're not calling as a realtor, but on behalf of a loan officer, they can help get more buyers. The FSBOs are not threatened by the loan officer. You or your VA logs into Tony's Listing Booster account and creates, or has Listing Booster create, the FSBO property website, the text code, and the property brochure in Tony's account. If they say that they want to move forward, that they want your marketing materials, that they want the sign writer, they want the property brochure tube in the lawn, that they want, the text code. Then what you're going to be doing is saying, well, great, let's get it created. And you can use Listing Booster to create it in Tony's account. You'll put Tony's business cards in the coffee mug, not yours. Tony or Ben Rosales will drop off the coffee mug and meet with the FSBO at the designated time. Because we don't want to introduce you, because you're going to get introduced when they decide that they're no longer want to be a FSBO. We want to refer them to you. And we don't want you there at the meeting because you're an assistant, but I don't want there to be them to perceive you as somebody that doing switch and bait. You order the sign writer that's delivered to Tony's office. Tony will call you and you can pick it up and put it in the lawn. You will call each Monday, just like we're talking about, and log in the conversations on the FSBO's sheet. Once the FSBO is disgruntled, you'll mention that Tony has relationships with very good realtors that can give your home greater exposure. They'll get your home into the MLS, MovieTube, post into social media, conduct open houses, and more. You may have Tony refer one of his realtors to you. Obviously, he's going to refer it to you. In summary, Here's what you guys can do. You can market FSBOs as a realtor and actively call FSBOs each Monday to develop a relationship. That's what that first script was. Secondly, you can market FSBOs as a realtor and don't interact with the FSBO. Either you don't or they don't, want to continue the conversation. They hang up on you. You could, if you think it's worthwhile, just drop off the coffee mug and the marketing materials in a wine bag and wait for the phone call. Thirdly, you can market FSBOs for Tony Marino as an assistant to Tony Marino and get referred. My belief is you'll get many more FSBOs with the third one, but it doesn't matter to Tony and I. Any one of these. I just think if you guys do this every day for 5 minutes, you're going to see a totally different business model for yourself in 2024. So we've given you a bunch of reasons to add us to your team. Please do so. Go to www.tinyurl.com/Marino Team Review. When I send this out to you guys, I want you to go to this and give us a review if you think this is worthwhile. And last but not least, I'm going to give you a FSBO challenge. Everybody who registered for this class, I want to see in 2 weeks' time. I'll tell you what, it's Christmas. I'm going to say after the first of the year, I'm going to call you mid-January because I want you to get past the holidays. I want to know how many FSBOs you've called and got meetings with. That's my challenge to you. Because then if you have none, that means that you're just not interested in growing your business. But if you're interested in growing, this is a perfect system with lots of free, and all you can do is gain more and more buyers through this system. And potentially, not only will you get buyers, but remember the FSBO is selling, they have to buy somewhere else. Once you've developed that relationship with them week 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now they're listing, maybe you should talk to them about getting pre-approved for their next purchase and send them to. This is such a great cross-sell marketing opportunity. If you work this and work it for 5-10 minutes a day, you guys are going to be thanking Tony for everything that he's been able to provide you free of charge. That's all I have for today.